Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about patch 11.2 and I will show you all the different transmogs and cosmetics that are themed around the Ethereals and the brokers, and some of them are extremely cool. So first, let's start with the new world sets that you will be able to get for each of the different categories of armors. So first, we have the different plate sets. As you can see, this is the main design, and then we have a bunch of different colors available for this design. So first of all, I think this is pretty cool. Overall, I do like all the different armors. Reminds me a little bit of some of the different armors from Dragonflight. But yes, I think this is overall something that is pretty nice. So this is the Reshii gear, as you can see right here. The phase diving gear, which will be one of the new modes you will be able to get, will reward you with this color variant right here, which I think is really cool. Then we have all the different rare monsters that will drop this over variant right here, and I do love the fact that each of them have such different type of colors and each of them work really well. Then we have the Delves one, which is a little bit more shadowy and a little bit more dark, which I think is also a pretty nice thing. And finally we have the treasures and over chest. So this is also something that you will be able to get normally pretty easily by simply doing some of the different activities in the new zone, Karesh. And then we also have the PvP version, which is this one right here. And again, I think overall, this is a very nice set. After that, we're gonna have the male version. So the male version, I'm a little bit less of a fan, especially because of the helm. I think the helm is a little bit goofy. It looks very small. The shoulders and the rest are not bad, but the helm is just really not doing it for me. So this is the first version, and this is the quest rewards. Then the phase diving one is the same color variant as the plate one. Pretty nice as well. Then we have the rare monsters. So again here, not too bad, but I just feel like the helm could be a little bit bigger, or they could have done something a little bit different. Then we have the Delves one. Again, this is the a little bit more obscure version. And then the treasures and outdoor activities in Karesh, the new zone. And after that, we also have the PvP version, which again, I really like the color scheme of the PvP version. And I think overall, other than the helm, this is a pretty decent set. Then after that, we're gonna have the male version, and here this is already better, even though I feel like it could be a little bit more detailed, because right now it looks not so, again, finished. So this is the first variant, as you can see. Then for the phase diving, this is what you will be able to get. After that, we have the rare monsters one. So again here, I think overall this is really not that bad, but it's just like I feel like the shoulders and everything could have a little bit more details on this set. The Delves one, the obscure version, the treasures and outdoor activities from Karesh, and finally we also have the aspirants version for PvP. And here again, I feel like the colors are super cool, especially for instance the cloak and everything. I think it works really well with this set. And finally, we also have the claw version, and the claw version is by far the best one. I mean, this actually looks like something from the Ethereals, unlike some of the other ones. And this is really, really nice. Here, all the different pieces I feel like are pretty cool. And especially, I mean, the helm and the shoulders are absolutely amazing. So again, I feel like they definitely won with these different world sets. So the phase diving one will be this color right here. Not my favorite one for the close sets. Then we have the rare monsters. This one is already like really better. Then we have the Delves one, the obscure one. Again, I feel like for everyone who is a big fan of anything linked to the void, you're gonna love this set. I mean, it's really cool. Then we have the treasures and activities of Karesh. I love this one. It almost looks a little bit like the Draenei King, I forgot his name, Velem, but it looks like the same type of colors, and I think this is really cool. And then finally, we have the PvP version, which again, I feel like if you enjoy the Void theme and everything, you will be a big fan of this set. Then next to these, we also have the Reshii Regalia. So this is the appearance you will be able to unlock through the new artifact cloak. And so this one does look very ethereal, and this is something you will be able normally to use on any of your characters. So definitely this one is really nice. Then we also have some of these different pieces right here. Again, these ones don't really look so much like anything ethereals to me, but these are also things you will be able to get in this new patch. Then we also have a bunch of cosmetic helm that, as you can see, you will be able to use on any of your characters. So here they will be from different sources. For instance, this one, as you can see, will be a reward from defeating the new mini boss from the Delves. Then you have other ones. I believe this one you will be able to buy it with your different undercoins. So yeah, all these different elves will be cosmetic elves, and you will be able to basically use them also with any of the different sets that I just showed you, because they match all the different colors. So for instance, with the hunter set, you can actually fix the set by using some of these different cosmetic elves instead. Okay, so after that we have all the different weapons. So first we have the different raid weapons and also PvP weapons. So here these are the one-handed axes, and as you can see, these are actually really nice, and again they fit super well the rest of these different sets right here. So you have all these different colors, and then you have the wall dropped ones. So again, you have quite a lot of these different variants right here. Then after that, for the one-handed swords, we have these ones. So we don't have too many of them, but these are from the raids, and these are also from PvP. Then we have, for instance, like small ones here. As you can see, there is a little effect on the handle, but this is pretty boring overall. Then we have a few other ones, including these swords, which are the wall drop ones. After that, we have the one-handed maces. So here again, from the raid, we have first these different variants, which I think are okay, but just a little bit small. Then we also have these other variants, which are definitely better. Again, a little bit small, but at least they're very vibrant, and the colors are super nice on these different maces. Then we have the quest and wall drop ones. So here we have a lot more of these, and these are actually a bit bigger, which I like. And then we also have this other model right here. After that, we have the different daggers. So here, as you can see, we have these ones from the raid and also from PvP. And I do think these actually look pretty cool. I do like the effect on it. Then we have these other ones. Same. I think these are pretty cool because these are pretty like big, and also again the colors are very nice. And finally, we also have these other wall drop versions of these little daggers. Moving on, we have the fist weapons. Here I'm not sure we have too many of them. So as you can see, these are the ones from the raid. These are a little bit disappointing. I think these are a little bit too small and they don't look badass enough for me. But at least the colors are pretty vibrant. So if you like fist weapons, you'll be able to get these. Then we have the two-handed axes, and actually there's none, at least right now on the PTR there's none, which is a little bit of a shame. But we do have some two-handed swords. So for instance, we have these ones from the new raid and from PvP. So I think these ones are really cool. And again, I love the color schemes of all these different weapons. So for instance, you can get to this dark purple version. There's also obviously the red one. I believe this one will be for the elite armors from PvP. And then we have these wall drops as well right here. So yeah, the two-handed swords are not too bad overall. Then the maces are also very nice. So these are the ones from the raid. Again, really cool colors, really cool model, and overall a pretty nice weapon. So these are the other versions right here. And we also have these ones, which will be one of the rare drops from the raid, and this is also a pretty cool weapon, even though I feel like the handle should be around there and this should be a little bit bigger, but it's still a pretty cool mace overall. After that, we have the different staves, and here we have some really cool ones. So first we have the ones from the raid, which are not as interesting as some of the other staves we're getting this patch, but still pretty nice. Then we have these other ones right here, which as you can see are from the different world activities. These are not too bad as well. I like the fact that this is basically a portal that you have on your staff. And finally, we have these ones. And these ones are completely crazy. So these ones are from the raid and from PvP. And I mean, look how big these different staffs are. This is absolutely ridiculous. And so then we have different colors for these different staffs. And yes, these ones, I'm absolutely an enormous fan of these massive weapons. And I think these are going to be super, super cool to use as a transmog. Then after that, we have the different polearms. Here again, I'm extremely happy with the polearms. I mean, these are super big. These look extremely badass. And what's cool also with these is the fact that the different weapon enchants are actually working very well on these different weapons. So yeah, overall, I think this is a super, super, super cool weapon. And so let me show you the other colors. So we have this one right here as well. We then have this other purple version. This other one, the dark purple, which I think looks super nice, and the red one. And finally, we also have a bunch of wall drop ones that you will be able to get when doing any type of activities in the new zone. And these ones are also not bad at all. It's just that these other ones are so badass compared to it, but these are pretty nice polearms as well. Then when it comes to bows, so here we have a few new ones as well. Not too many, but these are pretty cool, pretty decent, I would say. And again, I think the colors really make these different weapons work well. The guns are really nice. They look basically like swords that are being used as a gun, which I think is super cool. And definitely not something that we've seen a lot, so I'm pretty happy with these. And as you can see, these are all the different colors that we will be able to get for these new guns. Then when it comes to the crossbows, we have these ones. Here I'm not really the biggest fan. I mean, these are fine, but I feel like, again, they could have been a little bit bigger. Even though, I mean, they are already pretty big, but I'm just not the biggest fan of this model right here. And after that, we have the different shields. For the shields, we also have like some pretty decent ones. So as you can see, this is the first variant from the raid, and these are not bad at all. So again, here, this is the round one. And then we have these other ones, which are actually super, super nice. Well, they are lagging a little bit, but as you can see, it looks like that. So these ones will be the world quest and world drop ones, which is funny to me because I think they're a little bit cooler than the other ones. But these are all the different shields right here. And finally, we have the held in offhand items. So here we have these ones, which I think are okay. We also have these other ones right here. We have all the different colors. Again, this is a mini portal, which I think is fun. And after that, you have these other ones. So these are all the different held in offhand items you will be able to get. And I almost forgot the different warglaives. So here we have these different ones from the new raid and from PvP, which are okay. They're not my favorite ones. And then the wall drop ones. Again, not my favorite ones, but I feel like anyway, we've done so many of these warglaives that it's hard to do something completely unique. So these are all the different Ethereals and broker transmogs that I could find so far, and I'm sure we're going to be able to get some other ones at some point, but this is already a pretty good start, and I know that for some people it was a little bit disappointing to not get some tier sets based around the Ethereals, but I think it makes sense that we're having instead all the different world drop sets and all these type of things, because this is maybe a little bit easier for Blizzard, I guess, to theme these different sets and make them really, really cool. Even though I have to be honest, only the cloth one for me really screams Ethereals, the other ones not so much. But let me know in the comments what you think about all these different transmogs, about all these different weapons and all these cosmetics, and what you think in general about patch 11.2. So I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!